Close your eyes. Bring stillness into your body. Stillness. Calm everything down. Take a slow breath in. Now I just want you to think about these things. What are the reasons you sing? What do you love about it? Next, think about the reasons you like to sing with others. Something we're so missing, but we're going to get back to. And then lastly, think of one reason, if you can narrow it, that one thing you love about singing in ACS. Deep breath in, exhale. Open your eyes. You should be very calm. And then for this, as we get started into this transitioning to the physical warm-up, if you would, type into the chat the answers to those 3 questions. So Laurel, if you would put the questions in the chat. Here's number 1. Why do you sing? Why do you love to sing? You can say one thing, you can say 5 things, I don't care. Second is, why do you love to sing with others? And thirdly, one thing you love about singing in ACS. And you can do this throughout the evening while we're together. So we're going to stand up. We're going to do something I call flow. I do this most every morning. I'm modifying it a little bit for us. But the first thing I do, I'm waiting for the coffee to finish. And I put my arms like this, kind of like stop. So I'm like this. And I'm just going to gently, 6 times, I'm going to bend forward and exhale. And inhale. And up. So I'm just bending gently at the waist. If this is uncomfortable or painful, don't do it. But exhale. And up. Inhale. 3rd time, exhale, inhale, and 4, inhale, and 5, inhale, last one, 6, and up, inhale. Excellent. Now, we're going to take the head, roll here, and the other way. You don't have to roll all the way around. You can just do back and forth if that feels better. Some of us have some neck stuff. And then next, I do these little, sort of a windmill. So you're going to stretch your arms out in front of you, like this. Yes. And you're going to keep your arms straight, and you're going to reach right hand back, and forward. Left arm and back. Breathing easily. Left. You're reaching as kind of as far as you can behind you. 3. 3. Last one. 4. And 4. Good. Next, we're going to roll our hips around. Na 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 na. Do a little hula hoop for me. A little hula. Little hula shmula. Except for Mikey. Be careful, Mikey. Don't do this. Or if you do this, you're testing out the new product. I know. And now I just want you to lift the knees. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent. You should be warm all over. You should be warm. Another thing you can add is to hold the knee, like do a little yoga balance. You can add that in your own practice. each knee. And there's another thing that I can't show you now, but when we're back live, I can show you. Now, breathe in for 4. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go out for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in now for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All your air should be out. Do 6 and 8 one more time for me. Here we go. Breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to lip buzz. We're going to go. Good job. Can everybody hear the keyboard? I want you to sing E-ah, 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 E-ah. Keep going. One more. Nice. Now, Noah, Noah, Noah. So that's Noah, Noah, like Noah and the ark, Noah. Starting on the sole, as if it's so mi fa re do, and we're gonna go lower. And Noah, 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 Noah. Noah, 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 Good. So here's one from Rollo Dilworth, composer and arranger, conductor, wonderful musician. I think Ginger's done some stuff with Rollo in the past, so she probably knows this. It's the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. Say that after me. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. Articulate the words to be sung. Articulate the words to be sung. And it goes like this. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue articulate the words to be sung. Do that with me. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue articulate the words to be sung. half step up, and the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue articulate the words to be sung. One more, and the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue articulate the words to be sung. Now we're going to do that same one on solfege with me, or repeat after me, whatever's comfortable. And do, 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 ti, la, 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 so, la, la, mi, re, do. Let's do that again. If you can do the hand motions, do that too. Ready? And do, do, ti, la, 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 so, fa, mi, re, do. One more time. This is good practice. And do, ti, la, 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 so, fa, mi, re, do. The lips, the teeth. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue articulate the words to be sung. Very nice. Very nice. All right. I'm going to share my screen, but while I'm doing that, please get your straw. Please get your straw. Your equipment. Your singer's equipment. Your armor, if you will. You have your music in your folder organized. You have your pencil. You have a second pencil for when Dr. Galloway forgets her pencil, if your name is Brad. And you have a straw. And maybe some sticky notes. I mean, we can go all the way from Merritt to Linda Spareth in organizational folders. Okay. Sharing my screen. We're going to have some fun. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on straw, but I want you to see this this slide. I want to make this available later. This is a really nice little poster. You could put this up on your refrigerator. This is from thenakedvocalist.com. And this is the weekly routines. Straw routine examples. Straw routine number 1, the Teeth Say Basics. Best for mornings, warm up, warm down, vocal stretching, blah, blah, blah. So we do sirens for 2 minutes. I'm not going to do sirens for 2 minutes, but let's do some sirens. Here we go. And let's do sirens again. And now accents. Let's try that. So we're going to do some staccatos. I want you to think of the vowel ooh, and it could be on a comfortable. Let's do a mid-range pitch, maybe. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's what you're going to do. Ready? And take it up a fifth. And here. If I keep my throat relaxed while I'm doing those short bursts, it really, really isolates what your intercostals and abdominal muscles ought to be doing to support the tone. Finally, I want you to sing "Oh Beautiful for Spacious Skies for Amber Ways of Grain" on one breath in straw phonation. So let's do it here. 1, 2, and see, I didn't make it. I breathed in the middle. Let's do it again. Let's take it a little higher. Take it in D flat. 1, 2, sing. made it. Did you make it? Who made it? Awesome. Let's do that one more time up here. One, last one. 1, 2, breath. I made it. I hope you made it. Did you make it? Excellent. Now, for our final little warm-up, I'm so excited. We are going to do a gospel choir warm-up. Dr. Maria Ellis is leading a workshop of mostly white people with some black people in there too. And they are a little stodgy looking, not that we ever are, but what she does is marvelous thing. So whatever she tells you to do, I want you to do it. And it'll feel like hopefully you're singing along with them. Here we go. She is quite fun. Also, the text is listed here if you need it. But once I start the video, you won't be able to. Yes, you will. You'll be able to see this. So soprano part, alto part, tenor, and bass. But she takes you through it. Here we go.
It is on page 6. It's a traditional song. It's called He Has Done Marvelous. It does not have a lot of words. He has done marvelous. He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. That's it. All right? So I'll teach sopranos. Sopranos, here's your part. He has done marvelous. He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. He has done marvelous. He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. That's right. He has done marvelous. He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Wait for the snap. Let's do it again. He has done marvelous. He has done marvelous things. Wait for the snap. Praise the Lord. Now, I know y'all learned. And that's cute. It don't work in the church. So I need y'all to give me more. I need more. Because when you use this as a woman for your girls, you want them to sing. So let's try it again, sopranos. And He has done marvelous. He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Sopranos. Now, my old Dr. Henry would say, sing that in your head so you don't lose it. Altos, here's your part. Very simple. You're going to say, marvelous, 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 marvelous things. Praise the Lord. It is on.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
6. Wait for the snap. Let's do it again. When you use this as a woman for your girls, you want them to sing. So let's try it again. From your head so you don't lose it. Altos, here's your part. Very simple. You're going to say, marvelous, 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 marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Marvelous, 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 marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Altos, let me hear you. Marvelous, 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 marvelous Early in the morning, I'm but not right now because my voice. So I'm going to sing this with my octave, and you're going to go to the octave lower. This is just what? He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. All right, make sure you're ready. I sing out loud and proud. Spin around. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, here we go, baby. And go. Praise the Lord. Oh, that's a hundred bases. All right. Now we should have all the parts. All right, and remember, we're going to clap. Gosh, yeah, that's good. All right. But not yet. Let's make sure we got sopranos. And he has done marvelous. He has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord. Alto, join, and go. Marvelous, marvelous things. Marvelous, marvelous things. Praise the Lord. He has done marvelous. He's done marvelous. Praise the Lord. He has done marvelous. He's done marvelous. Praise the Lord. He has done marvelous. He's done things. Praise the Lord. He has Watch me, the Lord.
Wasn't that fun? Did you sing along and feel a part of it? Isn't she great? I know tenors by the third modulation, that was a bit of a strain. There's a comment on YouTube under this video saying, kudos to that one tenor that everybody was riding on him. Whoever that guy was. I know the video is not great and you can't catch everything she's saying, but it's just so joyful. So gospel singing is a different style. You know, it's much more in the nose. Sometimes it sounds a little flat. Part of that, especially on the alto line, but that's an intentional thing. It's an intentional stylistic thing. So what we're going to get into with another style of shape note singing, and you know, these traditions they start crossing over through the 1800s into the early 1900s. They borrow one from another. There's a big shape note community that grew in the South and the North with African American congregations. It's like Irish music came over here, and then shape note singing went back to Ireland and England. And there's shape note singing communities and societies over in Great Britain. We're going to see a short video of one of those as well. So I want to get into the shape note singing, and I want to start with building on what I did last week. So specifically, we're going to look at Idumea. If you want to get your music ready, Idumea. Now, I showed something similar last week. I talked about how shape note singing is can be found really in two main traditions. And the more popular one, believe it or not, is what they call fa sol la. Fa sol la communities are all around, and some in North Carolina. Well, this doesn't make any sense to me. Fa sol la mi fa. Sing that with me. It's on your screen. Should be on your screen. Ready? And fa sol la mi fa. So I want you to do an exercise to help us understand this 4-note. 4-note system. Fa sol la mi. Fa sol la mi. And I tell you a little bit about what I've researched, what I found out. So I want you to sing all the fas. Ready? And fa, fa. That's the 4th, right? Fa. So we have C and F and C in this major scale. I'm not going to worry about minor right this second. Now sing all the sols. See, the sol looks like a sun. Fa looks like a, I think that's one that looks like the flag, right? And that's why it's fa. Where are my notes? There are tricks to how to remember. Yeah, fa looks like a flag. Sol looks like the sun. Here we go. And sol, 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 sorry, the 4th, and then sol. Isn't that strange? Sol, sol, sol. We had fa, fa, la, fa, 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 sol, sol, sol. Now let's sing the la's. And la, sing Here Comes the Bride. La, la, la. So it's always a 4th and a 5th. That's the pattern, which is how they came up with repeating the syllable, even though it's a different pitch. So remember, this is a system of music education for people who don't read any music at all, so that they could really simplify it. So now this will give me this one moment of academia. If you look over here, why fa sol la? This is a great a resource that I found. I won't go into a lecture about Guido d'Arezzo, Guido from Arezzo in Italy. There's a monument there to him. But the Guidonian hand was like a shorthand thing of teaching choirs to sing by pointing to different parts of the hand. But what I want to point out is this. This is a hexachord. If you see this, so we're starting on G, G, A, B, C. So if we build it, C, D, E is fa, sol, la. Then the next, fa, sol, la. And then they had to add mi, fa, because of that 7th tone, and there's a lot of stuff behind it in the history. You can really dig deep into this. But this made more sense to me of why it's fa, sol, la, mi, fa, right? So another thing that is fascinating to me is that it's built, what I figured out is it's built in 4ths, like you just sang. Fa, 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 and sol, 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 4th, and followed by a 5th. So if we look at this, which is the original Idumea, which we're working on in this set, look at the shapes. If you know that, the square is la, because you think of 2 L's. So the square is la, no matter what line or space it's on. And the triangle is the little flag, so that's fa. And the round, regular looking note is sol. And then you have a triangle or a diamond for mi, meaning, the trick is diamonds are for me. That's how you remember it. And if you just sing the shapes, you come out with you singing your part and everybody singing their parts, but no one is thinking A, B, C. They're thinking fa, sol, la based on the shapes. It's wild. I've tried to sing these songs just thinking of the shape, and it's really pretty fascinating. But it's not that hard. You can see the shapes are repeated so often, and once you get kind of used to it, you know that la, this is A minor. So let's all look at the bass line. Let's all look at the bass line. So we're on a la at the beginning, and then we go to sol. La again, even though it's an E instead of an A. La, la. La, sol. Try to sing it just on the shapes. Just on the shapes. And you've got the minor scale down at the bottom to remind you. Everybody on the bass line. One, just on la or fa or sol or mi. Ready? And la, la, sol, la, 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 sol, fa, mi, la, sol, la. Keep going. La, sol, la, mi, la, 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 fa, sol, fa, la, fa, sol, la, la, la. Isn't that crazy? But it's pretty simple, right? So I just wanted to give you a taste of what that singing is like. Some of you have done these shape note singing festivals. The other method, of course, that I talked about last week is the 7-note. That makes more sense. It has 7 shapes instead of 4 shapes, but at least it lines up with our do, re, mi that we already know. Okay, so next this is from Ireland, and this is the original Charles Wesley hymn based on the Appalachian tune by, I forgot the guy's name, Ananias Davidson, who lived from 1780 to 1857 from Shenandoah County, Virginia. One of the most haunting and popular Appalachian minor songs. And Am I Born to Die? I heard a comment that this is the most existential hymn in the Wesleyan tradition. And am I born to die, to lay my body down into a world unknown? I'm sorry. And must my trembling spirit fly into a world unknown? Those are the words you can see in your score of Idumea. We'll listen to a little bit of this, and then we'll sing our Idumea. Fascinating. I just think it's fascinating. And how joyful they are. And it's not meant to have dynamic subtlety or even dynamic changes. It's like full out singing, which sounds really raw. They also sit purposely in a square so that they can all hear the ring in the sound and the blend. And the leaders are from the choir. There's not usually every society kind of differs, but there's not a specific leader a lot of times. Different people get up and lead different songs. Let's sing now. Look at your score. And we're going to sing from the beginning. This is about how I would do it tempo-wise. So you can sing your part along with this choral performance. Nice. I thought that would be much better to sing along with than me plunking the parts out, because the choir does it so well, and I think it's really clear. You can hear your parts and the violin parts as well. I like the stomping. So I think when we do this, some of these things live, I'd like to include Idumea. I would actually go for more of a nasal, a little more extreme nasal sound, but I'd love the whole chorus to go, and am I born to die, with our hands, with our arms. I think that would be just awesome to do it as authentically as we can. I might even add a part where we're only singing on fa sol la, and then go back to the text. So look now at I Am Loved. Let's shift gears a little bit. I am going to be plunking this out. But I'm looking over here because this is where my music stand can fit next to my keyboard. So that's why. Would you look at the top of page 6? Starting at 42, 43, 44, the pickup to 45. So halfway into 44, if you'll notice the soprano and alto. So when your part comes in, jump in on your part. But I want to break this down a little bit. Altos first. Wherever I am called, whichever alto part you're singing. You see where I am, everybody, where I'm starting? Okay, with the altos, 1 and 2 and 1. Wherever I am called, whatever I can do, rest. Altos. Just that far. Alto 2s, low F. There's my girls. Soprano, same place. So I'm again in measure 44. Second beat, measure 44. I'm not breaking down soprano 2 and soprano 1. I'm going to play them both together. So sing whichever part you want to sing. 1 and 2 and 1. Where rest. All the same. Okay, let's take alto and soprano together. Tenor and bass, I'm coming for you next. Measure 44. Wherever I am called. 1 and 2 and 1. Where to do? Give me a thumbs up. Pretty well? Nice. Tenor and bass. Starting with the tenor. Bottom of page 6. Measure 49. Basses, you have to wait a little bit. But I think I can take tenor and bass together on this section. 1, 2, 1. In the name of the good and true. 1, 2. Hold on, tenors. 1, 2. Count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Melody keeps the traditional song that this whole arrangement is based on in the lower parts. Let's do that once again, tenor and bass, and then we'll put it all together. Measure 49, bottom of 6, 1 and 2 and tenor. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, and hold. You're resting. 1, 2, 1. I am. Top of 6, and then I want to keep going into page 8 and 9, and let's see if we can take it all the way to the end. Okay, here we go. Top of 6, soprano and alto. Measure 44. 1, 2, 1. Would you, just for me, that soprano pickup again, can we go back there, 92, 93, 94. So here's coming up, bass, tenor, alto. Then let my efforts all, that's where I'm starting. Soprano pickup first, 1, 2, 1. Then. Shall be done in the name, shall be done in the tenor or I love how it ends. Don't you love how it ends? It's just so fabulous. All right. So that's going to be it, folks. We're going to have a party next Monday. I am getting with Brad in person, masked up, and we might even be far enough away from each other that we could mask off. And Brad and I are going to talk about that. I am a month past the second shot. Raise your hand if you've had both vaccine shots or the one Johnson & Johnson. Yes, thumbs up. Excellent. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. I'm very happy that you're protected. We're still protecting our neighbor by wearing our mask, of course. But I see light at the end of this dark, dark tunnel. I know there's been loss and grief and sorrow, and I really, really feel for any and all of you that those things have touched your lives in immediate family ways or friends. This community in ACS is something I realized through this year. I knew I loved you, but I also really need you. I really do. It's not just missing singing, of course, we all know that. It's the community and choral. It's choral. It's sharing. We share of our bodies and ourselves and our voices, and it's so important. It's so precious. It's like nothing else we do, really. So thank you for spending these evenings. I know it's been what it is, but seeing your faces every week really lifts my spirit, and seeing you sing and actively participate. I never, ever, ever want again after next week to sing to silence. That's been very existential for me. I did want to, I know there's another announcement, and I wanted to say, oh, I know what it is. My announcement to you is that tomorrow, or whenever Laurel sends out the next email, she's been great at that. Thank you so much, Laurel. In fact, Laurel, let's give Laurel a round of applause. She's helped me so much through this whole thing. The tech support, the constant encouragement, the constant voice. Well, Anna's been actually the constant voice of saying, stop trying to do too much. Don't add layers and layers and layers. You don't need to do all that. So appreciate both of these super strong and powerful women in my life, and Stacy as well. Stacy's being groomed to be the new chairwoman. But you will be getting in the next email that goes out the list for our performance next week. So we've looked into the polls and we're getting the top faves, and it's going to be a marvelous, marvelous sing-along, and Brad and I are going to have a lot of fun, but we won't have fun without you. So make a note to be on the call next week. We'll still go just an hour. I think that's really helped us, not going longer than that. And so with that, I just a big giant thank you. This has really kept me going, and I look forward to it every night. It's challenged me once again in scholarship, in leadership, in my own pedagogy, and innovation of thinking about engagement and singing in because we can't sing, instead of just throwing in the towel. So you've been a great part of that and have encouraged me. So, mwah. Laurel, do you have any announcements before we let everybody go?
I just wanted to echo, all of our thanks to Melody, to Dr. Galloway for your leadership and, taking us through these 8 weeks. I'm so looking forward to next week and seeing Brad's face and his artistry leading us as well. In addition to that, next Monday evening, we also have our second salon in our Arise committee salon series, which is looking at the ways in which systemic racism have intersected with music. And in this particular week's salon, I'm really excited about it. Karen Jordan is leading a conversation about Black women composers of the early 20th century. And of course, there are you know, the influence of racism looms in their careers, but it's also a celebration of the joy and the amazing music that they brought to all of us. So we're so looking forward to that. That's on Thursday evening at 7 as well. And so I'll put that little link in here so everybody can do some listening in advance if you want and join that conversation. So we'll look forward to seeing you all then. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Bye. Thanks so much. See you soon.